What's up, my dumpers? This is the voicemail dump truck for your Thursday, July 11th, 2024. My name is Jeff Bacalar. I'm joined by Jeffrey Grubb.
Howdy, 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 howdy.
Howdy, partner. Jan Ochoa.
Hello.
Okay, and Tamor Hussein joining the program today. How are you, sir?
I have Elden Ring G Fuel.
What is that?
I have Elden Ring G Fuel.
Is that a
I will
threat?
be
It's
blessed by the
Miyazaki
tree.
sweat.
Oh, I cannot wait to try this. I'm going to try it on one of my comeback streams.
Is it a cream? What is it?
It's G Fuel. It's a powder you put water
powder,
into,
right.
and it makes gamers more virile.
You
It's
think,
just ground up Erd tree.
you think
Huh?
some gamers will just like dry consume
yeah.
their
Just
G
snort
Fuel?
it.
Snorting G
Not just like
Fuel,
dry
yeah.
cup it, you know? I see dude bros doing that at the gym all the time.
Oh,
really?
like pre-workout? Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of do like certain like powder, like just going raw dog on certain powders.
Which ones?
Pow pow.
I like some it's like whey protein. I have like kind of. I just like the taste.
Get out of the
it.
whey protein game. It's all about this. I've told you.
Okay.
I am buying Core Power right now. Let's go. I don't care how much it is per
Careful,
bottle.
there is a 21 gram protein one and a 42
No,
one.
I'm
You
not.
have to search
Do I
for the-
look weak to you?
So
No,
Tam-
give me
so
the
Tam-
42 gram.
In the pre-show, Tam was like, "Oh, you got to drink my drink. It's got 42 grams of protein." I don't understand how it could have 42.
Listen,
grams
I
of
don't
protein.
There's two
understand
cows in
either. This is like, in terms of macros, it is unbelievable. It is, but it seems to be legit. I've done some research.
You
Everyone's
say,
like,
but
"Yep,
when you
it's
say
legit."
something seems to be legit, I just don't like. I
What
want
It's because I have verified that it is legit, but I still am slightly cynical.
Right. Like you haven't like taken it to the lab. You've used
No,
it, right? Yeah.
no. I'd
Like, what are
stop
we doing?
buying
Like, no
Dan's
one has
oat
time for
shit.
that.
Stop buying Dan's oat shit and giving him money and buy Core Power by Fairlife and don't give me any money apparently.
Use my milk
I
code.
kind of. What do you got there? Vanilla?
This is vanilla. You know what's good about vanilla?
Everything?
You can use it as creamer.
Oh.
Well, come on,
So-
buddy.
Okay.
Say no more.
You
If I
can
do
also
subscribe,
just
it'd
pour
save, like,
this
say, 15%.
into coffee. So you could just pour this into coffee. Fairlife, if you're out there, can people clip this and send it to the Fairlife Twitter account and be like, sponsor this
please.
dude? Yeah, please, Nikki. I'm
this
begging
enough
you.
per month?
It's so
12 per
expensive.
month?
It's
That's
like
not enough.
$50 for like 9 bottles or something.
Yeah, it's like $4 a bottle, man.
It's $4 a bottle. But honestly, I drink one of these and I've almost hit my protein goal for the day. Like,
What
it's-
if you
it's
just
wild.
ate a tray of cocktail shrimp instead?
I don't like
Oh
shrimp.
God, that rules.
Oh, okay.
But I
Yeah,
have to
you
do that in the
can't-
garage because my kid loves shrimp so much.
What is the what a food item? And we'll open this up.
This
to
is
all
also
the chats.
lactose free and gluten free.
That's cool.
So don't be shitting.
What food item is the most protein heavy, like organically?
TB?
If you do it by dollar,
breast?
surprisingly, bananas are way up there because they're so cheap, like per dollar.
Bananas? Really?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
but
like
you have to eat a lot of
potassium
banana.
Yeah, the
Oh, no, no,
potassium
no.
is through the roof. You will be
I'm not trying to
shitting.
OD on fucking bananas. I just
How many
want.
bananas do you guys think you could eat at once?
Oh,
Wait,
I-
like
I,
Not,
I,
like, not
struggle
like in your mouth at once, but like in
in
a
a
row.
sitting.
Oh,
in a
back
sitting.
to back.
A
I
whole
feel like
bunch.
bananas are deceptive. Like you think
Right,
you
I
can
know,
eat
They're
way
filling.
more.
Bananas are filling in a weird
Yes.
way.
Yeah, I think I could
have
maybe do
4 or
3.
5.
Right, I'm thinking like I could probably only get to like 4, and then
Yeah,
I would be like,
3.
oh boy.
No, I could do 4. I could do
think-
5.
I'm
I
gonna
could
look up
do
the
5.
record.
Well, you'll all be able to find out at our PAX panel how many bananas can you eat.
Didn't Danny
The
and
entire
Dan
time the Donkey Kong Country soundtrack will be playing.
didn't Danny and Dan like they ate bananas and drank Sprite and that's supposed to make you vomit?
Ew, what? Ew.
Oh, oh.
Oh,
Like you
not-
eat a banana and you drink Sprite and then your tummy can't handle it because it's so much that you just like bleh.
Naderita ate 30 bananas in one sitting.
Who?
Like, I don't know,
That's-
the world record holder. But
I don't believe that.
I mean, but that's the point. Like, even though, okay, that's a lot of bananas, but it's not like the hot dog eating contest where they eat 200 or something like
no,
that.
I feel like that's better than eating bananas. Like I feel like a
hot
hot
dogs?
dog. I
I'm
can
not
like.
making qualitative statements. I'm just saying that bananas are very filling, is what I'm trying to
No,
get
no, no.
at.
And I agree with you. I feel like it would do more damage to me and my tummy if I ate 30 bananas versus 200 hot dogs.
Right, that's an assault on your pancreas that you've not been preparing it for. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. The fructose in there, it would mess you up.
All right, I'm gonna try your drink, Tim. I wish I could just buy one bottle. I just don't want to buy 1,200 bottles.
These have got to be at your gas station.
I think they're at.
Oh, you don't go in your gas
I
station.
originally found this in a Target, so I
Yeah.
tried it, and I was like, "Oh, this is good." Yeah, so you can find like a Lucy at a Target.
What's she doing at Target?
Yeah, what's she doing?
Yeah, is she okay?
Yes, oh, she loves Target.
She's a white lady. She loves
Listen,
Target.
Yeah, she's a white lady who will spend an entire day in the Target and not buy anything.
Speaking of not ever going to a gas station, I don't ever want to go anywhere for a car servicing again because my other car that's not an EV has to have its front brakes replaced. Do you know why is it?
It's been expensive.
It's okay. They threw out a number and I told them to go fuck themselves. I was like, no, I don't need them. I'll just release my foot off the gas in time. This is what I'll do. Motherfucking
Put in park.
All right, this car is kind of expensive, but like, I don't think this is just the front brakes. Mm-hmm. Guess.
I don't know, like
800.
1,200.
2.
$2,750.
That's too much. What the hell?
What the fuck are they doing?
You drive a monster truck?
No, it's not like one of those like, Mad Max things.
Yeah, those don't have brakes.
Well, what kind
Brake
of?
pad.
What's the make and model?
It's an Audi Q7.
Oh, okay.
Dude,
Okay.
look, it
Never
shouldn't
mind.
be that much
This
money.
is your own fault.
It shouldn't be that much money.
It shouldn't be, but it's a German car, right? Like, yeah. it's
Germans
all-
make good cars.
They make good cars,
They
but
make the best cars.
parts are always so much more
Yeah.
expensive,
I only gotta
especially
get
German
one.
cars.
Yeah.
I only gotta get one oil change a year.
Yeah, right, and a lot of it is going to be labor. They're like they could charge a lot more because like it's just those cars are
This
only
car
serviced in
is
certain areas.
listed as a luxury SUV.
What do you-
So, Bacala, shut the fuck up. you bought a luxury car. What do you expect?
I didn't buy it. Someone else fucking bought it. Okay.
I paid $750 to get my air conditioning fixed before my
See, that
big
seems like a
drive.
fucking lot.
And it's quite a bit. It was the compressor
You got
and
a van, right?
and I have a minivan, yes. It was the compressor that needed to be replaced, and then labor, and they were about equal. So it's about 50% labor, 50% the part.
I paid
listen,
I
it was
paid
worth it.
$600 to find out one of my cats has put on 2 pounds.
Did you put new brakes in it?
Yeah, she's got the best brakes. She'll stop on a dime. Crazy.
Speaking of shit that's broken, you want to hear about what's going on with me?
yeah,
Of course, that's what
What's
this
going
show's
on?
about.
What's going on? Is
It's
it
about
really
your
is.
therapy.
Yo, I'm fucked up. I was fucked up. I mean, you guys know I couldn't I couldn't basically move for about 3 days. My left arm. I don't know what happened.
It just happened to coincide with the long weekend.
No, there wasn't a long weekend. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know. You sure there wasn't?
So a couple. No, I'm not frozen shoulder. What happened was, I talked about this like a while ago. Like 2 years ago, I woke up and I slept on my left side and I couldn't. I woke up and I couldn't like move my left arm like at all. It wasn't
Yeah, the
paralyzed.
necrosis.
What's that?
The necrosis. Your arm was dying.
Yeah, it was dying and then going through rigor mortis, and I just like the rest of my body was alive. It went away real fast. 2 years later, around Father's Day, it started bothering me again, like right in like the rotator cuff area, and I'm like, oh boy, here we go.
Are you a side sleeper?
What I've taught myself to sleep on the other side,
Oh, okay. All right.
so I'm
Yeah.
a right side sleeper.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And it just got worse and worse and worse. And by around July 4th, I could not move my left arm. I couldn't move it more than 3 inches. Couldn't
Right.
lift it.
By
Couldn't do
when?
anything. July 4th.
Okay, cool.
And yeah, it was just the worst. And I just want to. It got a lot better. I've been going to physical therapy. Physical therapy is really good, I think, in my anecdotal 2-3 times experience, having gone over the course of my life. I've got like, so I was doing something in a hockey game and I shrugged my shoulder to like with the stick of my left hand, and I just felt like shooting pain all down it.
Oof.
And so guys checking me out. I went to an orthopedist. I went to my primary. Everyone's like, yo, you're probably fine. I don't, I'm doing the push pull stuff. Everyone's like, doesn't seem like anything's torn all the way off. So, doesn't sound like this is like a surgery situation. But like, apparently there's like muscles in my back that aren't working right.
Oh yeah, I got those too.
Yeah.
What's up with that, guys?
The thing I learned recently, as someone who also had to go through quite a lot of significant physiotherapy, is like the issue usually isn't with the part or the muscle that hurts. It's usually the muscles around it that are the thing that you need to focus on.
The things that like hold it up, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And your shoulder is like the most nebulous part of your body, where like
a bunch of muscles muscle groups all meet there, right?
They're just there in the spirit of consistency, and it's just like up to your level of strength of like how effective it's going to be. Yeah. And I must have just for many years been compromising a little bit, somehow doing my hockey bullshit, maybe not like trying to like take care of all the upper body shit that I should have been. And it was just too much, and something gave, and I was in that situation. I am like back to 85%. I haven't played again, but I'm building strength, and I'm getting back to like a good regimen. I'm going to really take care of it and make sure I can prevent this injury the best I can moving forward. But it's a thing. Like it's posture. It's so many things. I'm like looking in a mirror. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm uneven.
I'm uneven. Sure.
Look at that side. That side's like a couple inches. What's happening?
Just build more tension.
No, you got to be stressed out more.
Yeah. No, boys. It's about relieving it and just finding the right.
No, that's never worked for me.
No, yeah, I encourage everyone to just. I wish that should be part of like some sort of physical. Like when you get a physical, they should bring you in and just be like, let's see if you're standing up straight.
But the thing is, they don't really even know this themselves. And like when you go to like your doctor and you start talking about like, hey, I can't tilt my head to like past this point. That doesn't seem good. And you could talk to your general physician. You could talk to a chiropractor. You could talk to like everyone in between, and they won't know that it's like, oh, you just have a certain like ADHD that causes the muscles in your back to like, not engage, and that's why I don't hold my head up, so my neck does that, and that's why these muscles are so tense and have been for like 20 years. No one's ever told me that. I learned that on TikTok. I put it in chat. And like she like described it. I'm like, oh yeah, that's exactly what's happening to me. And so, but no doctor would ever say that, because they're like, it's just not the kind of thing that they're thinking about normally.
I learned
it's frustrating.
I learned I have a severe physical ailment that is consistent from listening to a basketball podcast. Like not even joking. And I was like, oh, that's all my symptoms. I wonder if that is real. And then I went to the doctor, and the doctor unprompted said, this is the thing that you have. And it was the same thing that was on the basketball thing. And I was like, oh great. So if I didn't listen to the history of Kevon Looney, I would never have fucking understood what's going on with my body.
Exactly.
I was at the orthopedist this week, and he's looking at me. He's about my age. He's like looking at me. He's like, you guys are just still playing hockey, huh? He's like, you're just still. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, actually, you're right. And he said most of the injuries at my age he sees is from pickleball and basketball.
Yeah. A concert I went to was almost canceled because of a pickleball accident or injury.
Crazy.
What are people doing during pickleball? They
I
just
have
like
no idea.
He said it's the like you're going up and down on concrete, hard surface. A lot of
okay.
A lot of action there.
Don't tennis players go on the same court?
Yeah, but no one plays tennis.
Yeah, I think like tennis people are part of that, but I do think I want to say basketball would probably be more injury prone than tennis. I just want to.
Sure, but the thing, I think the point is like more people are playing pickleball, right? Like more people who generally don't play basketball or tennis or golf or any of these other sports actually are playing pickleball, so they're getting hurt. That makes sense.
Folks, let me tell you about the wonderful world of Dolph.
Yeah.
Dolph, you're taking your time. You can wear pretty much any type of shoes. And it's good. You're just going outside and tossing that thing.
Did you say Dolph?
Dolph.
Like Lundgren?
No.
Yeah.
What the hell is Dolph?
Disc golf.
Disc golf. Come on.
You Americans, man. Just make up any.
Whoa, what do you mean?
You call it frolf?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't exist.
All right, put
Never
that
heard of it.
aluminium up your ass, okay?
In the item
Pickleball.
description for some of the new merch that's coming, I did write Frolf. I'm gonna go change that to Dolph real quick.
Thank
Hang
you,
on.
thank you.
Yeah.
There is new merch coming.
Now I have to Google Dolph.
Well,
Don't worry
it's
about
not.
it.
It hasn't hit the SEO yet.
Anyway, listen, I just wanted the takeaway I wanted to provide here is that despite what your father might say about physical therapy, it is very much a real and important thing. And
Let's
if your
just,
doctor orders
generalize
it for
that
you,
to therapy across the board.
seems pretty
I'm
decent.
I'm focusing on the body, but sure, the mind as well, of
You
course.
should invest in a massager,
Like a
of
person.
whatever variety you want.
What are you
know
talking about, like the Theragun thing?
Theragun?
Because
You can
the, I mean, look,
You can get
I-
cheap Theraguns. I got my Theragun,
Just
my
heard-
Theragun knockoff for like
just heard
$50.
that those might not be like the best thing.
Those not personal pleasure devices.
No. You're
Oh, if you're
Wow.
fucking it, that's okay. Yeah.
No,
Oh, boy.
I've been using a Theragun knockoff, and I think it's good for like alleviating like tension and pain a decent amount. I have a hand massager now because of my various ailments. It looks like the pain box from Dune.
Dune,
You put
yep.
your hand in it, and I can actually grab it. So it's behind me. I'll grab it. I also have like a foot massager that is like one of those water-based ones. Everyone should be getting that shit. Like, don't piss about. It sounds like some 90s era spoil yourself because you're like a housewife at home, you know,
Yep.
hair in towel nonsense.
Am I
No,
not?
but you should definitely get one. It is very much worth it.
Can I talk about my code switching when I was in up north in Michigan?
Oh, this
Yeah.
is fun. Yes, please.
I had to go get ice for our like little party we were having, and I went into a gas station and I was wearing my man purse. I was wearing my bag, and I normally don't think about it, but it was like, you know, a little bit country, the store. So I put on the Indiana Jones hat I got from Disneyland to go in, and when I talked to the lady, I did say howdy. And then when she got done saying her thing, I said, yes, ma'am. Something I don't think I've ever said in my life.
Was it the hat that made you say that?
It was the environment. I was code switching to be as safe as possible because I didn't want people to make fun of my man purse. I think is what it was happening there. I diagnosed this afterward, but it worked. She seemed very impressed with my manners, so I was able to get the ice and get out of there totally safe. But I did walk out there and be like, what the hell just happened? Why did I do any of that? But
You just chameleon. You called
I
it code
chameleoned, yeah.
swapping, but yeah, I like that. That's cool.
that might have squeezed my brain. That's right, Hammond. That's possible. Yeah, I got a
That
big
makes
head.
sense.
Yeah. What the hell is that,
That
Tam?
looks wonderful.
It's my hand massager.
It does look like the box.
Tam,
What the
Tam's
hell?
wearing, what is it? The pain box?
Yeah.
It's a hand massager.
What is it doing exactly?
Plug it in. There's like little balls in the in the bottom of it. You can see the razors there, and there's some
Yeah.
at the top as well. And they basically like move around and massage your hands.
Okay.
And there's also like temperature and stuff like that.
That
It's
should
good,
also
man.
just be a mouse too.
It's good.
Yeah.
It'll be a pretty sick mouse.
It should just
Yeah.
be one. Just be a mouse as well, please.
It does look like a controller you would find in the back of a PC gaming magazine in the 1990s.
All I'll
for
say
sure.
is a carpal tunnel is no joke. Don't fuck around. Take care of your hands and all other extremities.
This is this part of the dump truck where we tell you to go stretch, go stay.
Yeah.
There. Just
Oh my
wiggle
God.
about. Just
Grip
go
strength
wiggle.
is one of the
Listen.
best indicators of how long you're going to live. People with
Well-
stronger grip strength when they're older are going to live longer.
For real?
For real, yes.
While
For
we're
shoot.
talking about like stuff that you see people constantly saying and you just dismiss because it sounds stupid, the 10,000 steps thing, do it. Just do it. Every day, 10,000 steps. Do it.
Grip
change your life.
strength.
It'll change your life.
Walking grips.
This is my list of exercises I'll be doing on vacation next week. I'm very excited. And of course, if you couldn't tell, this is a call-in show.
Ah,
We
you
like
said
to
it.
bring it back around. 707 Exit Flu's our phone number. We're going to do a show next week, right?
Inshallah.
I mean,
Without
Well,
Andrew?
I mean, like 90% of the staff will be gone. So
there will be an episode next week. I guarantee it. I'll be here alone. I'll figure it out.
All right,
I can
good.
probably
Wait,
I'll be there. Don't worry about it.
Fuck yeah, Tam, let's
hey,
go.
You know what they say? All you need is two, and you got a podcast.
That's right.
All right, very good. Tam, lead us off. What's your pick for the first voicemail?
You can't pick the first one. That's not allowed.
Because I can't say the word. I don't have
You
the
can't
pass.
say that word.
I don't have the
But
pass.
we need
Damn.
to look at the slur index that Nikki
Yeah,
linked us
yeah.
to.
Nikki
Yeah,
slur
Slindex?
index.
will get
We
me
got-
Slindex.
Yeah.
it'll get me banned on Twitch.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go with the one that speaks most to my current state. Existential crisis, please.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm watching Past Lives again, and this movie fucks me up every time I watch it. But I keep watching it. You guys got anything that makes you have like an existential crisis, but you like keep coming back to it anyways for some reason?
Yeah, meth.
Yo, come on.
Yeah.
You never left it.
No.
I've only seen Children of Men twice, and I know it's like too much for me. And I refer to it as like one of the best movies ever made, and I can't bring myself to like actively watch it again because I just am affected by it too much.
For me, I like wallow in those kinds of movies. So that Contagion, I watched that like 5 times during the pandemic. That was a good time.
Oh, what a wonderful time to just be like,
I invited you over. You never came.
hey,
I would have come. I didn't
Yeah,
get
no.
invite.
Real quick, there was also a text message to the voice to the voicemail dump truck that says, "Past lives is fucking me up right now, Jan. Fuck you and thank you." So
Yeah.
you did a lot
Yeah.
this past week, apparently.
Another movie that fucks me up all the time is Nomadland, Frances McDormand, where
Yeah, I haven't watched
she
that.
becomes
actually.
like a van lifer, but not in like the cool glamorous way. She just like
Right.
lives out of her car. And then I always think every time I watch it, I've seen it 3 times now. I watch it and I think like, yeah, it's just gonna take one event for this to happen to me. It's gonna take one thing for this to happen
yeah.
to me. And then it's just like I think I would just go offline. I wouldn't even try and do anything else. I just live out of the van and just work out of like who knows where.
Just doing odd jobs.
Yeah, not even like trying to like make content out of it. I just be like, nah, this is gonna be me in like a Subaru one day.
Well, I bet the majority of people who end up in #van life, usually not because they chose it, aren't making content. Yeah, I bet they're out there just trying to survive.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of anything I would like watch repeatedly. Like I once I watched something that's like messed up, I was like, I'm good. I'm not touching that again. Like I watched Blue Valentine in the cinema.
Oh,
and then
dear.
afterwards I was like, I'm good. I'm never thinking about that movie ever again. That messed me up. So I don't think there's something I keep coming back to. There was there's a song, damn,
Happy birthday.
by Immortal Technique called Dance with the Devil, which
yeah.
the story of that song is quite something. And I did like listen to it a few times to be like, am I really hearing what I think I'm hearing? And it's a messed up song. I don't recommend you go and listen to it.
Okay, I don't want this to be, I'm not trying to be weird. I'm just being truthful. I'm just being honest. Okay.
It's all we ever
Here he
are in
goes
the show.
again.
You know that movie Kids?
Oh yeah, sure.
I came out in like the mid 90s or so.
Right.
So I'm very like impressionable
Yeah.
and young. And I saw that when I was like 12.
Not a
which
good
is
time to see that.
Too young, maybe
Yeah.
13. And then I just wanted to watch it a lot in like my later teens, even though it was very upsetting and difficult. I don't know. It's a fucked up movie. It's what's his name? Harmony Korine? Yeah.
Yeah.
He did Gummo as well. Anyway, I was okay. I watched that too much.
Sometimes I have like movies that have fucked me up because I associate them with a person so strongly, so I just don't go back.
Oh, what's that other movie that is Captain Marvel stuck in a shed? Fuck, what was that called?
Captain Marvel stuck in a shed? What?
Brie Lars.
Brie Larson. The Room?
Just Room, maybe.
Room? Oh, yeah.
Room.
That's a pretty messed up movie that I was like, maybe not ever again.
Yeah, I
It's
think
called Room? That's weird.
I think the ones that mess me up are the ones where, like, yeah, people are just like getting hurt or things like that. But if it's like, if it is like a terrible event like Chernobyl, that's the one I keep going back to. I watched
got
that a
one.
bunch of times.
I got one. It's a movie I have seen. It's messed up, and I've seen it maybe 10 times. It's a Japanese movie called Confessions, and it is incredible. So here's the premise of it, right? There's a teacher who has a class of students that are delinquents. No, they're not delinquents. They're a class of students, okay? So one day she brings her daughter into school with her, and the daughter is unfortunately killed. Someone in her class is responsible, and because of the way the Japanese criminal justice system works, if you're under a certain age, you can basically get away with murder scot-free.
Oh.
And so she knew that she would never get justice for this. So what she did was she used milk time, where everyone gets a carton of milk, to infect the students that were responsible, because she knows who it is, with a disease. A debilitating disease. What? And then she just stands back and watches that class implode.
What?
It is...
Sounds like a crowd pleaser.
It's an incredible film. It's so good. And like, it is... I cannot recommend it enough. Like, I make everyone watch it. I remember
next
like
film in 40s, Bacalar. Let's
dude,
go.
that's not a 40s.
I
that's
remember.
Like I don't know what that is.
Oh,
That's
I
like-
remember fine wine for it. I get it.
I remember like showing it to Lucy and a few others, and when the film was done, I turned around and everyone was just like this, just mouth was slightly agape, watching what was happening. And they were like, "What the fuck is going on?" It's got a Radiohead song in there, out of nowhere, and you're like, "Whoa, what's going on?" Yeah, it's very hard to find though. You might have to use means to find them. But
I have means.
If you can find that movie and you watch it, please let me know what you think about it. Also, people who are listening to this, let me know what you think.
I'll check it out. That sounds fun.
It's one of my
Sounds like a
favorite
good
films
time.
of all time.
You think this is a good movie to watch on a plane?
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
All right,
Sick.
I'm uncomfortable. We have to pivot. We must pivot. Pivot into Jan Ochoa.
Rituals?
Yo, what up, dumpers? Greg from Phoenix here. I'm about to have a meeting with the owners of a small business that I run. It's a quarterly business planning session and stuff. And I'm just wondering, what do you guys do before a big meeting or something like this to get, like, freaking pumped up? Like, do you have any, like, rituals or anything where you, like, do something that just gets you really fucking amped before a meeting or something so that, you know, you can crush that shit? I do not work in wrestling. I just like to yell.
Meth.
I love you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, caller.
Yeah, I get some of that Zendaya, some of that Zen, and chew that with my boys. Then we go in the meeting, all nicotined up, and then we're ready for some business.
Yeah, me too.
Everyone here can attest that sometimes, most of the time before we do a panel or like we do like a live show, people have come and attended a live show as well, have probably heard me just
Yeah. But you're taking a shot of whiskey when you say that.
Well, yeah, it's just my exasperated side just to like, you know, feel things and then
Like,
like
oh, that was hot and spicy.
Yeah.
Scare the body to life.
like yums. Yeah.
I don't think
I don't know, man.
I get very, very anxious before interviews. Even though I've been doing interviews my entire life, it's got to a point where I know that I'm going to be anxious. So like I have to like step away from everyone and just be like silent for a little bit and stand in a corner and just like think for a few minutes. And then I'll like, it's like clearing my head basically. It's weird because like you'd think that after many like, I don't know, I've been in this business for like 10 plus years, I would be okay with it. And it happens, it feels like it's involuntary. It happens like when I'm interviewing people that I've known for many years and like have interviewed many times and have a good rapport with. I still have that reaction where it's like I feel like anxious and like stressed out. So it's just like deep breathing is what I do. And then if I want to get amped up, I listen to Mobb Deep, Shook One's Part 2. The greatest song ever made.
I'm white, so I listened to Machine Head by what's his name, Gavin. Yeah,
Bush.
yeah, Bush.
McGraw? No.
Gavin
Really?
Bush. Yeah.
That
no,
song?
like that back in the day when I was playing roller hockey as a kid. Yeah, my dad would put it on actually when we were going into play. He's like, "Yeah, this gets me pumped. I bet it works on the kids," and he was right.
I think Rage Against the Machine is probably like an evergreen pump up band for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, yeah.
And of course Evanescence. No, I'm kidding about it.
I just try to get my gut health really good. I try to make sure that I'm lots of prebiotics, probiotics.
Yeah.
Plug something now?
I should. It was very frustrating because I had that ear infection right before Summer Game Fest, and I was literally finishing my round of antibiotics as I was getting there, and I could feel it like, oh, so all of, like the good bacteria in my gut is now dead, and that's like where all my anxiety comes from. And it was like a rough week because of that. I'm like, as soon as I got home, started getting back on the prebiotics, and I was good again, but it's frustrating. So gut health, that's my answer.
Sometimes I will also do like the Goku warm-up jumps that got memed to death from the movie.
I try and I look in the mirror, and I never look
one side,
right.
then the other, right?
Yeah, it's like he's doing a lazy sneeze.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's pretty.
Don't
do a
think about
stressy
like
sneeze.
don't think about be self-conscious about it. Just do it.
Okay.
He closes his eyes. You should too at home.
You're right.
Great.
Good advice. All right, so that's what we do before all those things, and the Zin. Don't forget the Zin.
Yeah. Exactly.
The Zen
That's
is in.
Do you have any friends that are into Zen?
No, I don't. I'm not friends with like actual children.
Right. Apparently, it's very popular with like finance bros, I think.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Zin is like
It's like the most popular nicotine gum pouch.
they're like little pillows, little
Pillows. So it's a pouch. Okay.
Yeah, little pouches. You put them in
Yeah.
your lip,
Right.
and you get a nicotine high off. of them.
ZYN. Yeah, that's Zen.
Nicotine high.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's growing in popularity. People
They're.
are
I think
getting that buzz on.
Didn't one of the cigarette brands buy them?
Yeah, Philip Morris.
I was watching that Good Work video on it. Have you ever watched
I saw that too. Yes.
Very funny.
Yep.
Yeah, I had known about it. I just like, there's like being addicted to drugs is bad.
I
It's
like
better than smoking cigarettes for sure, right?
I did have the 5 seconds where I was like, should I get into Zen? And then, of course, all the things you just said, like being addicted to anything is terrible. So all that like came flooding in. And I'm like, what are you talking about? But I don't know, the marketing or something about it, just like everyone being like, yeah, I'm gonna get a little buzz and have something to do. Like, that sounds nice. I don't want to think. I just want to buzz on Zen with
That's
the
what edibles
boys.
are for.
Yeah, I'll just do that
it's
instead.
different though.
Grub, what
Cam.
about you just get like those thin sticks of honey and you just suck on some honey?
No, that's
Get it.
sugar, right? Like,
Get a
Go
little bit
suck
of
on some
sweetness in your
honey.
life.
I don't know. Yeah.
What I did instead is I ran to the espresso machine and made a really powerful drink of espresso and
That'll do it.
just did that instead.
I mean,
Good old
I
Spro.
don't mind like people like. I think the big thing, right, with Zin and shit like that is like, holistically, those things are meant to like get you to stop smoking
Right.
cigarettes.
Yes. Absolutely.
And people engage like proactively get involved in that stuff, and even like. Like I don't want to see like 14 and 15-year-old kids being like, yo, this is the thing I do instead of drinking, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Would you rather
actually,
them?
do I want
yeah,
it better
would you
than
rather
Prime?
Them, yeah. Would you
What?
rather them have drinking like chewing on Zin or drinking like booze?
I guess Zin, yeah.
I mean, if it's becoming a
But
habit,
like, why
I
is that the
suppose,
choice?
yeah,
Why is that
Zen.
the options?
I mean, it feels like that.
No, alcohol like is a totally different drug. Like,
Yeah, but like I feel like the way that society drinks alcohol and consumes it on the culture.
but these
around
people-
it
you can
is-
do
it's
Zin
a
in
normalized
school.
dependency.
Sure,
Like,
but the access to them is so much different.
yeah, I just
right?
feel like it's everyone gets real up in arms about, oh my god, this thing is, people are getting addicted to it. But once they hit a certain age, they're very much allowed to get addicted to another substance because it's generally considered to be okay to be addicted to that substance. Even though most people wouldn't say like, oh, I'm
I think it's
addicted to
so-
alcohol.
I think
like,
it's socially addicted. I don't think any
Yeah.
serious medical professional would be like, that rules. You should totally drink a lot.
Yeah, they're not that.
No,
way
but
with
like,
any of this stuff,
is
yeah.
are they saying that because it is a normalized thing, or because there's truly nothing wrong with it? Because every time I see it, like alcohol is a poison that you put in your body.
For sure.
But
That's why you get drunk, yeah.
everyone does it, right? Like it's for funsies. And the reasons doctors don't go, you shouldn't be doing this. No one can do this, is because it's impossible. It's built
to
into
be fair,
culture.
when I
Doctors
talk to my
absolutely
doctor,
tell you not to
he
drink.
does.
Yeah.
Oh, they're like, how often do you drink? Like 1 drink a week or something.
What I mean
That's
is
a bit
like
much.
there's no like campaign against stop alcohol, because it's such a normal part. Like there is like around like don't drink.
In the sense
Yeah.
that like it's been co-opted into
Yeah,
like
it's just a
the
thing.
the consumer culture. Of course, yeah, you're not wrong about that. But most drugs are.
Yeah, I think what happened, like the cigarette companies weren't able to fend off legal threats, whereas alcohol companies have been able to, and so they're like, we'll police ourselves. We'll say drink responsibly at the end of the ads. So they haven't had that stuff, but it always feels like it's coming.
I just really think it's funny, and I think about a lot how like we like welcome young people into this addiction to
Right,
a thing
a
that
ritual, a
everyone
21st
loves.
birthday
Yeah, oh, you hit
ritual, yeah.
21, you can have your first
Yeah,
bottle
here's
of
drugs.
poison.
You can,
There
not
go.
your first. You should get so fucked up tonight you don't remember.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
like there's an entire culture built around it, and no one really makes a big deal out of that. But when people are smoking, everyone's like, "Oh my god, how you stop this?"
Yeah, but
It's
smoking
terrible.
smells
You know
bad.
what? Yeah, so does alcohol. Like I've been around people who drink loads. Y'all stink.
Well, yeah, but like you could wash it off. Cigarettes
All I'm
most can't
saying
wash
is,
off.
alcohol does not have 42 grams of protein like core.
I don't know. Listen,
maybe not
I'm
the white-
fermenting my
but,
core power right now.
I was just gonna say a White Russian with some of that might change your mind there, bud. No, yeah,
my
I
fighting
mean,
juice.
it's weird. I definitely felt the pressure to drink in college, and that's probably why I did not almost at all. I was just a little weed boy, and I am filled with weedgret about college. But
Wet?
yeah, weedgret. I don't like that I smoked. I wish I could have vaporized. I wish I could have eaten it more than I smoked it. Is all. I don't regret doing doing that much weed. Right. Like I don't regret that. I just
Sure,
regret
right.
how I did it.
Right. The smoke regret. Yeah.
Yeah. The smoke regret is really what we're talking about.
I'm addicted to hard work. And that is what we
Yeah.
don't
Aren't
talk
we
about.
all?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Aren't we all? All right. Let's detox a little bit and have Jeff Grubb take the next voicemail.
I'll do this one for you, boys. Club crackers, please.
Oh,
What's up, 3 a.m. boys? What's your favorite snack that you make for yourself that isn't just like lazily going into a bag of Doritos, which are undeniably delicious, but like one step of difficulty above that? So like my favorite one is club crackers with cream cheese.
sure.
So it's like the minimal amount of effort, but boy, does it elevate it. So yeah, what is it for you guys?
I've gone into this terrible habit.
I love you.
I love you too.
Love you.
thank
Love you too.
Don't cut us off. We love you too, though.
Of making 3 different types of pasta salad that are just cold and I just keep in the fridge and be like, all right, this is my
That sounds
snack
great.
today. This is my snack.
Man, that would rule. Is it like got like oil and vinegary sauces on it or whatever? Like,
Yeah, I'm
would
a
it-
fancy little bitch, Grub.
Oh,
like
that sounds good.
I got one with some pistachios and another one with like pumpkin seeds over there. It's like, yum.
Oh, it sounds good.
I got the classic, the peanut butter siracha sandwich.
Oh, that sounds great too. I've never tried that. Is that a
Peanut
thing?
butter on one side, sriracha on the other side. I just do it. I was joking. People don't do that. Most people
No,
say
are
it's
you
gross,
kidding me? That sounds
but
delicious.
It's pretty great. It's pretty great.
Ooh.
You get a little bit of that peanut butter sweetness and little,
Right,
like,
yeah.
saltiness and texture. Then you get the spice of the
It sounds like
sriracha.
Thai food.
It's great. It's wonderful.
Okay, hold on. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm a basic.
You better come back with a peanut
Yeah,
butter
you
sriracha
bet- yeah,
sandwich.
I'm starving. You better come back with something good. I'm a basic bitch. I'm an apple or banana and peanut butter guy.
Sure.
I love that. I also do something called nacho surprise, where I kind of just like
Where you find a friend, you come around the corner, and you just shove a nacho in their face without
I
asking
just like
permission.
I just throw a bunch of crumbled tortilla chips in their face and say nacho surprise. No, I just like put a bunch of stuff in a bowl with nachos and cheese and just like other ingredients and
sounds
just
good,
like
too.
microwave it and just have a nice. It's basically like one rung below fucking Taco Bell.
Right.
Yeah.
For everyone's health, I pray that you do not have a nice Korean grocery store near you.
Why is that?
Because this terrible thing that you normally only find at county fairs has been unleashed into my day-to-day life. You can get a frozen potato tornado thing that you just throw in the air fryer.
Yo, that is one of my favorite. That is a big boardwalk thing.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get that next week because I love that.
Just
So
like
for-
10 minutes in an air fryer and you're good.
For audio
Yo.
listeners, when you cut a pineapple and you just get the inside and you like turn it like into that swirl, that twirl,
Spiral it? Yeah.
spiral it. It's exactly that, but a potato on a stick.
And the
So-
thing is, this shit is breaded too, so it's
it's
like comes out
breaded?
crunchy. It's
See, I
seasoned.
don't want.
It's a
Wait,
light breading.
breaded? It's
It's a-
breaded.
It's a light breading that's like a seasoning.
like a
actually, like a
tempura?
seasoning. No, not like a tempura. Like when you go to like a Popeyes and like you get their fries there.
You go to a what? Sorry.
A Popeyes.
Okay.
He's saying Popeyes.
No, I was just checking his pronunciation.
Wait, they do that to their fries?
Because you know how they have like a coating around them.
Oh,
and
I
stuff.
don't think I've ever had Popeyes.
Someone's missing
Is there a word for like that
I
type
just-
of cut?
Sorry,
Like
go ahead,
the-
Tim.
spiral?
I've seen tornado.
Because like tornado
spiral.
cut is that how
Yeah,
how they
I've
say
seen.
it?
I've seen. That's what they call it in the boardwalk where I go.
Interesting.
I just expensed my Popeyes from that stream a couple weeks ago, Jeff. So if you can get on that. I put mustard on the plate and pretzels. Like if that's the
Mustard
one
on
step
the beat.
above, if we're talking
Sure,
about that
sure.
mustard, and I just dip the actual, not like soft pretzels, just twists, little tiny twists, and I dip them in the mustard, and then
Love
I
it.
eat them. And it's yellow mustard too, so nothing fancy.
What, I
I
know we're
lo-
talking
I
about
love
food,
yellow
but I looked at Jan's chair and the thing behind him, the back, and I was like, that looks like cake.
Yeah, it looks like a big hot dog to me.
Yeah, that is him in the hot dog, right? That is what it
Oh,
is.
cool.
Yeah. 100%.
Jan, your shot is making everyone hungry.
I'm sorry.
Jan, you get a haircut?
Oh yeah, gotta look fresh for
Weeks
Japan.
ago, wasn't it?
No,
Looks
I
freshly shorn.
I met up with Jan this past Tuesday.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Good
For a
deal.
Pokemon battle or
No, it was like our my normal appointment, but then we were talking about like our little council of Jans. I was telling him about Maui Jan.
Okay.
And then we got into like a little bit of a tiff of like, all right, which between you and I, who is Jan Prime? And then he said, well,
Ooh.
my birthday is in January, and my name's
Oh
Jan.
yeah.
Wow.
And then I'm-
Pulled
Got
the
you there,
Jan
bud.
card. Okay.
He's
Yeah,
got
and
you
then he
there,
said-
bud.
Yeah, he's double janned up.
I know. He was like, I am older than you, so.
I did
Oh,
find
he's
no,
pulling them all
but
out.
there is remember, I think I sent you the picture of the sign that says Wu Jan Clan.
Oh yeah, that's
somewhere.
where I get my haircut.
Incredible.
Good job. Still hungry. I'm gonna have to figure that out soon, and pick the next voicemail.
If anyone wants to recommend me snacks like these, I'm like open because like I don't. Most of the time I'm like I'm hungry and nothing comes to mind. I don't have like a library of like easy snacks in my brain. So just tweet them at me and I will make most of them.
Go get
Peanut
hummus,
butter
bro.
sandwich.
yeah, hummus is important.
Hummus
to
is a
keep.
great one. Yeah, I haven't had that in a long time.
Honestly, sometimes I'll like walk up and down the aisle in Trader Joe and just sort of be inspired by some of the fuckery they get off with. You know
That was insane.
what? You caught the cigarette?
I didn't
in
think
your
it would work.
That's sick.
So,
How do we know you didn't
listeners,
reverse
I threw a
that?
cigarette-
God.
I threw a faux cigarette into my mouth.
I
I'm not
love
really
how we
smoking.
just spent ages being like, "Don't do smoking; it's not cool."
do
And
But
then
it
this
looks
motherfucker
fucking awesome.
flicks a fake cigarette through the air and catches it in his mouth. And could not be a better case for smoking cigarettes being made right now.
Smoking is cool. It's
Philip
just bad
Morris,
for you.
Cut the check.
Yeah.
No one is like smoking isn't cool. It's
Yeah,
just
that's
terrible
right. You're right.
for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's the thing.
And that's
you know?
that. Maybe that goes back to Tam, your point. Like smoking is inherently cool looking. No one actually looks that cool drinking 98% of the time.
No.
Like having like the
Never.
whiskey, they think they look cool. They actually don't. They look
Yeah,
kind of
there's nothing
douchey.
cool looking about.
I can't
Yeah.
tell you the number of times I've been at a bar and then like I missed the straw with my mouth completely.
Yeah.
Right? Goes
But
right
there's
in
also
your
the
nose.
person who's like sitting there with like a large like whiskey or whatever, and it's got one of those big ice cubes in there, and they're like gently literally like swishing it
Yeah,
around.
right.
I
They
look
think
at
they
them.
look cool, though. I don't think they look
I
that
just
cool.
think prick, and I
Yes.
move on. Like, it's fair. Anyways, Grub, let me know how you feel about the peanut butter sriracha sandwich.
Absolutely. I'm gonna make that first thing.
Let's keep it going with food. Let's do ice cream truck.
Dumpers, it's the 4th of July. It's hot as fuck. What are you getting from the ice cream truck?
Ooh.
Bars.
Have you heard
Choco
of-
Taco.
Ooh.
They still make that.
I've seen
Yeah.
it.
Have you heard of Yasso? Do you know what Yasso is? So Yasso is a yogurt bar.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Which I have used to replace ice
Yasso.
cream generally. They're like frozen Greek yogurt. They are super, super, super low calorie. They're like 80 or something like that, less than that. But they hit like traditional ice cream. They have a mango one, which is unbelievable. It's so good. If they did that at the truck, I would get that. I recommend everyone try Yasso if you want
I've had it.
a low calorie
I-
ice cream.
I think Steph got a bunch of these. Yeah.
Yeah,
They look pretty good. I just get whatever video game character they have. So probably Sonic.
Yeah.
Oh, we had. Did you guys have fucked up Sonic? At,
Yes,
sure, of
Summer
course.
Game
No,
Fest?
they ran
classic.
out.
Oh, dude, it was horrendous. It was so bad, and then it was funny because you could see who had one because their tongue was
Blue.
luminescent blue for the rest of the day.
Glowing.
Look like they.
So like
yeah.
you'd go into an interview and the developer would be talking and you'd be like, "This motherfucker just had a Sonic ice
This
cream."
motherfucker just ate Sonic.
Motherfucker just blew a Smurf.
Motherfucker just got down on Sonic.
Dude, all those characters look so fucked up. It's so dumb. Don't even try and do that. Technology just hasn't caught up with what we need it to be. With those ice cream
We can
characters.
3D print objects, but we can't make a proper looking popsicle.
No,
I mean,
like
isn't it like the when they play mobile games bad on purpose online that like that is
Yeah.
part of like the marketing scheme? Is it looks fucked up so people like look how fucked up my Sonic
they
is.
just leaned into it.
Okay, they just leaned into it.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. It's one after the other. Yeah.
Backlog, do you think you could find like a 3D printing template of like an ice cream? You know, you get those like stencils that you
Yeah.
pour stuff in and make ice cream for.
He'll go on
You think you
AutoCAD
could
and make it
f-
himself.
Yeah, I
you
can
could
do
find.
that.
I wonder if you could find one that's like Sonic's face, and you can like individually put the appropriately colored liquids in there. and then-
Yeah. Oh, like a
take it out.
pancake stencil?
Yeah, like a pancake stencil style thing.
Yeah, I could do that. I could make
Yeah,
that.
like,
Sure.
See if you can make a good Sonic ice cream face.
You know, we'll just call it like sell it on Etsy and just call it like speed dog.
Fast hedgehog ice cream.
Speed dog.
There's nothing better than like just making
Generic
up
names.
generic names for like, you know,
Clear
short-
copyright infringement.
Yeah,
Yes.
speed dog is the shit, dude. I love speed dog.
Yeah, Speed Dog.mp3 for sure.
Have you tried Updog?
Not fall into that bullshit, Cam. You gotta see your way out of that bullshit.
If you are in the Bay Area though, and you want ice cream, go to Humphrey Slocombe because they have a fucked up cinnamon roll flavor that has chunks of cinnamon roll in it.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I've had that.
Yo,
I've had that.
give me the most fucked up weird ice cream possible.
Yeah, is Humphrey
Like,
Slocombe the one that would have like blood sausage flavor?
No,
Not
that's
that
Salt
okay.
and
'Cause I
Straw.
went- someone took
I
me
was
to a
just
place in
about to say,
SF.
Salt and Straw has the most insane
yeah.
That must be it. Okay.
flavors.
I
and
just
they're
want you
they're
to.
always like so good as well.
And I ordered. I'm like, I'll take chocolate, please. And my friends made fun of me.
Yeah, that is kind of basic. I mean,
It
come
was
on,
very.
dude.
It was. Yes, I was a coward.
Currently, they have goat cheese and Marionberry habanero,
Yeah, I'm good on that.
which sounds wild.
I
Last
would
week
do- I
they
would do
had
the
like
habanero
a
one now.
Guinness or stout ice
Yeah.
cream. Cornbread pudding ice cream.
I would fuck with
could be
that.
good.
I would.
Go-
I would
go
if I'm
bananas,
picking corn
bana-
out of my ice cream, I'm happy.
So I had a banana bread ice cream from there the other day actually, and it was incredible.
You were celebrating Super Monkey Ball's launch.
Yep, exactly.
Dude, as long as you get real creative with like cookie dough, peanut butter, some salty thing in there, like I'm gonna be on board. Like I'm easy to please when it comes to that.
What if you had a everything bagel ice cream?
I mean, you could get away with it. You could get away with it.
All right.
I think there's a
I'm going to
space
the
where
lab.
like garlic makes sense. You're what?
I'm going to the lab.
Yeah, like get into that. You know?
Trader Yusuf used to do a mango sorbet that
Okay.
it's just they just don't have it anymore.
Dude,
messed
they
up. I keep going there, and I'm like, Trader Yusuf, what's going on? Where's the mango sorbet? And they just have
get
the
rid of shit all the
popsicle.
time.
I
There were these apple straws I loved from there. They were basically like, I don't know. They were like, how do I describe them? They're like baked little apple corn chips, I guess, but taste like apple cinnamon.
Oh, I think I had those. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like straws, like little
Yeah,
like
yeah,
apple.
yeah,
And I love them. I could not have enough of them. Gone. Don't know where they went. Never to be seen again. Fucking crime. Still got my mochi there though, at the very least.
Strawberry one's good.
Strawberry or vanilla. I don't fuck with chocolate mochi.
I would just want to say something controversial. I think
Okay.
matcha is gross.
Matcha? Yes. I don't like matcha either, dude.
We're oversaturated on matcha. I'll say that.
Just tastes like dirt, and I'm like,
Dude,
why is everyone into this?
Tam, I'm so glad you said that. I do not have the taste for it. I cannot just grow up just drinking matcha tea or something like that.
Nah, I'm drinking my yerba mate, which looks like dirt. So,
Dude, like it's like the green powder stuff, right? Like
Yeah.
I can't fuck with it. I've
I'll
tried
make
so
y'all
hard.
a good matcha.
No, dude,
I've tried so many times, and each time I'm like, what am I, a fucking cow? Why am I being grass-fed shit? Like,
Dude, I had that Japanese like snack subscription box for a really long time, and everything was like, it was awesome. It was like sesame and peanut and like spice and and like all these awesome things, and then they would throw some fucking matcha bullshit in there every time, and it just like give it right to the dog.
Jan, you'll know. You know, in Japantown, there's that one ice cream place.
Maido.
Yeah, that always does matcha ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I go past there, I try, and each time I'm like, why did I buy this?
Go to
Dude, I don't
Stone-
get it.
Go to Stone Mill on Valencia.
Okay.
It might be like a cilantro thing, quite on, where like I just don't have the taste for it. I can't physically get around it. I can't get past it. I don't know. I'm just a matcha broken boy.
Yeah, same.
We're all broken boys.
You're matching to your own beat.
You're damn right, Tam.
okay.
You're damn right. I went to chat for the next voicemail. Chat chose drunk and mad.
Yeah, Blake Portland. I saw a lavender bush just now, and it's all covered in bees. And I'm kind of scared of bees, but it's quite beautiful. They're all over the bush, like 100 of them. And I thought of our apple tree when we were kids. Eventually they cut it down because it died, but we have a fuck ton of apples. But all those bees were pissed, and they were aggressive. And I just thought, what if they were all just drunk and angry? Because they don't get mad when they're going after the flowers. Their attention is both very focused on the apple or the flower. What do you think? Do bees get drunk and mad?
Yes.
I hope so.
You think they get drunk?
Well, I mean, the apples probably do ferment.
I don't think. I don't know. I do think it's interesting that there's like this whole bee subculture
bees
of people.
do get drunk.
They do?
Yeah,
I think it's amazing that there's like this bee subculture of people who
God.
are like so horny for them.
You gotta protect the hive.
Yeah,
back.
protect the hive, back alert.
Did I just say murder all bees? No, I get it. They're very
Oh
important.
yeah, so bees get a buzz off the nectar and fermented stuff like that. So they are
Which I
drunk.
bet does happen with the flower of the apple.
Yeah, exactly. And I
Yeah,
bet
but,
they're like trying to protect their drink.
But a drunk bee is not like a drunk Jeff Grubb.
I just said bees
Which
get a
I'm
buzz.
very aggressive and physical when I'm drunk. So
Yeah, like you know what I mean?
realized-
Like
I
what?
realized I said bees get a buzz off,
All right, shut the show down.
and I didn't even know.
Oh, that's good. That's good. We let that go, and it was a beautiful moment.
Oh boy.
Yeah, like like drunk bee. They're not like doing dumb shit, right?
Well, I think they fly
Like driving?
erratically.
What do you mean?
Like they're not getting in a car like that, are they?
Well, I mean, I think the caller was saying they were more aggressive, and he believes it's
Yeah.
because they were drunk. Now, maybe it was because it's a different species of bees or something. I don't know.
But won't a bee not attack you unless you threaten it or
I
like
think
fuck
because
it
you
up?
a bee. There's different kinds of bees that are
Yeah.
a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah.
And like, what does it interpret as an attack? If you're just like getting close to it, it's like a source of booze, then it's probably like.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
But-
understand bees as well as I want to.
Well, clearly you've not seen The Beekeeper.
Have
Yeah.
you seen that Beekeeper? What a film!
So
What
I
a
watched
film.
the trailer
a
and
film.
I'm
What a
like,
film.
I said, Stace, all people are like, they really like this movie. We watched the trailer and she's
Don't
just
watch
like,
the trailer.
she's like, what are you fucking kidding me? She's like, I'm not gonna watch this ridiculous
You should watch
movie.
it because you have no idea
I know it seems cool.
what that
I thought it
movie
looked
is
cool.
based on a trailer. Because
I
I,
know,
watched that trailer
yo,
and then I watched the
even the
movie and I was like, what?
Even the trailer goes places in those 3 short minutes.
You
like,
won't. Yeah. If you're going on a flight soon, go watch The Beekeeper.
Watch The Beekeeper, yeah.
I'm gonna watch The Beekeeper like however many times I can in 13 hours.
I watched most of it on a flight. That is the
What's
ideal scenario for him.
There's
Jason
another
Statham.
movie. Is it called Unstoppable?
Is that the train movie?
The train movie.
Yeah.
Incredible
the train that can't be stopped.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the train that can't be stopped. I watched that fairly recently. Whenever we go to LA, we meet up with James and Elise Williams, and they were at the live show as well. And we'll watch the dumbest movie we could find, and Beekeeper was the last one. Incredible film.
It's perfect. Yes.
Go watch The Meg 2 while you're at it. The
They
Trench.
made another Meg.
Oh hell yeah, they did.
That's cool.
Is Jason Statham in that one or the first one or both?
Hell yeah, he is.
Okay, cool. Hell yeah.
Still on the. I still got to finish the bear.
I want him to become the shark at one point.
They're
seems
gonna
dope.
like by like Meg 3, they're gonna like mind melt into each other.
Yeah, I
think.
want
Yeah.
him to be like, no.
Finally.
They
I've
like
become
co-pilot
the
a mech.
hunted.
Yeah.
All right, we got time for a few more here, friends. Tam, back to you, bud.
Let's do normal podcast.
Yo,
No.
dumpers. So you're talking about podcasts that you can tell people that you listen to. I can't tell people I listen to this one. I can't tell people I listen to most
Why?
podcasts
What the fuck, man?
I get
from
it.
Giant Bomb. But Minotti, I don't know if he mentions this because I'm halfway through the episode, has a perfectly normal podcast that you should all go listen to. It's 90s Disney.
This is one of his
it's
brothers.
Mostly normal
Yeah.
brothers, and they talk about mostly normal things. If you consider being a man-child obsessed with Disney normal. And I say that as a friend, Mike, that's me too. Also, yes. So, there.
How is
That's
that
a normal
normal?
podcast.
Yeah.
That's
Bye.
insane. You
It is
can't
the
say
least normal
you're telling
thing.
me. You're telling me that saying that you can't say I listen to a podcast which is a call-in show that
A call-in
people-
comedy show. That's
call-in
very
comedy
normal.
show is
Very
more is
normal.
less normal than I listen to a podcast about 2 adult men talking about Disney. 3 adult men talking about Disney. That's the normal one.
Well, I mean, Tim, I don't think you're wrong. I think you are taking a risk by telling someone that you are that into Disney if you were like just meaning them. Like you don't know if they're going to be like one of those people that's like, oh, so you're just a child and I shouldn't take you seriously or something like that. But if you say, I enjoy a show where people make jokes about the calls they get, that's like, yeah, that's just a normal, this is
Extremely
a normal
normal.
show, goddammit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's very normal. I think it's among the more normal things we do here.
Yeah, we resent being called not normal.
Yes.
It's just like, I take great offense to that. I feel
Yeah.
like caller
I personally
You-
feel like it's bullying.
Yeah.
caller started off the voicemail as if that was a fact that they couldn't tell their friends about this show that they listened to it. Come on.
That's right. Giant Bomb is for the normies. That's right.
This
Lexi.
weekend, caller, I want you to tell 5 of your friends about the voicemail dump truck. The prestigious
it.
voicemail dump truck.
And film it.
Yes.
Yeah.
We want their reactions.
Text the video to the voicemail number.
We'll put it on our TikTok.
Is exactly what we'll do. You hand over all the rights to that.
Yeah. We will monetize your content.
It's very normal. All right. Next, Jan, you're up.
Speaking about Disney, we're at Disneyland.
God.
Yo, Dumpers, a couple weeks back when y'all were at Disneyland, you were talking about the Grizzly River Run and how Jenny Nicholson said that she would not have let you on that because it has a history of being unsafe and causing accidents. And Jan offhandedly said, oh, that's 2 rides I can't go on. Jan, I need to know, what is the other Disney death ride? You can't just hold on to this information. Thank you. Love you.
This
Bye-bye.
is more of a personal preference, but the second ride I can't go on, or I just don't like going on, is Space Mountain, because I don't see where I'm going because it's so dark.
Sure.
And despite being like 5'8", which is like average height, but a giant amongst most Filipino people, I constantly think my head is I'm just gonna get decapitated.
I definitely had that thought go through my head on Space Mountain when I wrote it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I had that hysterical outbreak reaction because it is simultaneously completely irrational, but also like kind of understandable.
Yeah,
Right.
right. I know. Like when it's happened, I'm like, well, there's just no. I'm like 6 feet tall. Like there's been a million people taller than me that have ridden this and they've been fine. But my head could get cut off. Like
Yeah, you
that's
can't see.
exactly how it goes. I
You
can't see.
You can't see.
Yeah, I like my hair goes up when I do it. What if it gets caught on something?
Right.
I think that's the secret about Space Mountain. The true terror
This
is
is all a
that
bunch of
everyone's
heads hanging from up there. Yeah.
well, that of course, and that everyone who rides it is secretly terrified of being decapitated.
Yeah, that's why I look so upset in that photo that Dan posted because I'm like, oh, thank God I made it through again.
Just considering the decapitation face.
Yeah.
That's it. Every time you get off Space Mountain, you have survived an attempted decapitation. That's it. That's what.
Yeah. Who is the current tallest Giant Bomb member? Is
that
I think it's you.
I'm 6 feet exactly.
Yeah. This is look. You ain't working with much here. Okay.
All right. Fair enough.
I'm
Yeah,
5'10"
well,
on a
are we
good
talking
day.
like shoot height? We talking like perceived gamer tier list height that we were talking
Okay. Yeah.
about?
Gamer tier list height. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like a high A to an S.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Minotti is like just a smidge under you, right?
Yeah. He's 5'11".
Yeah, and I'm 5'10".
Yeah.
Tam, you're probably 5'10" also, right? Give or
I think
take.
so. I haven't measured myself.
Lucy James is 6'2".
Yeah, people don't realize.
Lucy's the tallest. Yeah.
Yeah.
People don't realize.
Yeah.
Oh, how tall is Sean?
Oh, no, Sean's taller. I think Sean's 6'2".
Sean's tall. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's like 6'2".
Spike Spiegels gets
Okay,
up
there you go. There we go. All right.
All right. That's how tall we are. Grub, what's the next voicemail?
Yeah, let's go with Startled My Cat.
Hey, dump truck. I just farted and it startled my cat, and now she's mad at me. Have you guys done anything embarrassing today? All right. Bye.
That's not embarrassing.
Yeah, you should be proud of that.
You care what your cat thinks, right?
I did fart so loud one time while playing games late at night that it woke up my then girlfriend on the other side of the wall.
Okay, that's embarrassing.
It wasn't
that's
embarrassing. I
power.
was very proud.
Oh, that was
right.
a display of dominance. Is what that
Exactly.
is.
It was
Yeah.
deep and powerful and rumbling. Like, how do you not be proud of that?
I did a fart so loud that Lucy heard it in another room and texted and said, "Was that a fart?" Question mark.
Oh yeah. You told me about that. That's
I
cool.
was like, "Hell yeah!" It was.
Why are these all fart-based embarrassments?
I don't know.
And so far, it's been no embarrassments.
I did a fart once that was so bad that my cat like got up from sleep, sniffed, and then ran away.
I am worried that when I'm doing some of this PT, I am gonna like fart uncontrollably.
yeah.
Sure.
And just be like,
Oh, they gotta expect that.
oh,
yeah,
sure.
they know what they're working with.
And look, like, let's be honest, I'm among the younger people in this facility,
Right.
and you know, I'm
You'll
sure
have the
that
least dusty farts.
I'm sure that shit is just. I'm sure the air circulation system in that place is top notch.
How do you feel? I'm sure this happens a lot in public environments, but also like at home. How do you feel when you've been in the toilet and you've done a hot one, and you know it smells?
Yeah.
And you open the door and you
Yeah.
see someone immediately waiting to follow in straight behind you.
Yeah, you know what I do? I put my hand directly on their face and just push them back. I'm like, just keep going. I'm like, no, you don't want any of this.
Yep.
And you just push them away.
I just like, I just sprint away. So I was like, I'm out of it. You'll never see me again.
I'm at a point where I'm like, look, I mean, I did what I had to do. Deal with it. I'm sorry. Like, you got to go too. Okay, well, you should got here first.
I
Well,
always,
if it's-
I always
go
say
ahead.
like, I will never be embarrassed about my poops and farts until someone can show me a person that does a poop or a fart and it smells good.
Right.
That's-
Listen, no one's
a standard has not been created where someone
Dude.
can do this well. You know, what I
Dude,
mean?
nobody is going into like the positive
So the
spectrum.
The flip
there,
side
right?
of that is you have to make it as diabolical as possible.
You-
That's how you like
I-
get number one on the pissing, shitting, and farting.
I will say the poopery stuff is kind of amazing. Like,
It's good.
Oh,
It-
God.
it do- but like I just think it's doing it's not impressive in the sense of like, oh, it's just this odor repellent thing. What's impressive is that like it does create some kind of like seal.
It like absorbs or something.
It just like
It
it
locks.
just pushes it down. Like you gotta go. People don't know how to use this. If you never use this, like this spray. Oh, it's oil. Sign guy says.
It's like mostly boron, and it like makes the air heavy, and the fart like
Oh,
goes
you're talking
down
about
to
the
ground.
spray, right?
It's a spray that you spray the water
yeah.
before, and then once your poop penetrates that membrane, it is sealed off almost in Ziploc fashion.
So I do that with normal air freshener. If I go to a toilet and there's a standard air freshener, I always spray it into the toilet first.
Okay, so you're trying the same sort of
I think so.
workflow.
But I didn't know that was a thing that you could actually get a product for.
Poopery. Yep.
Poopery. It's like $40 a bottle for 1
What?
ounce. No,
You know what you can get instead of that?
Your
Fair
milk.
Life
Yeah,
Core
there you
Power.
go.
It's very important to spray poopery before you go.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's a
What happens
pre-op
if
thing.
you spray it afterwards? It just doesn't
You
work.
get
Is that what-
both smells.
Yeah. You're like, hey, do you want to mix that in a blender? Because that's what you just did.
Okay, that's a good point.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys remember at the live or at the night shows, someone used the
matches.
bathroom in the back studio and they lit a match to like hide the fact that they just pooped?
No.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's apparently that's very normal.
No,
It's
no,
good.
no,
Yeah,
okay,
it works.
normal. Yes,
That's
totally.
a real
Okay.
thing.
Of
Yeah.
course.
In
it
my
is, yes.
defense, I'm not saying that it was me, but I did go
But you're
10-2.
defending.
Those matches specifically were incense matches.
Right, they're, no, that 100%. They are there for that purpose. The funny thing is that someone, Janet Choa, lit the match to do this, and then everyone was like, "There's a fire! Something's going wrong!" And everyone's like, "Who did this?" And the entire studio was alerted to someone just going to the number 2 because they tried to light a match to hide the fact that they went number 2.
Oh, I know.
Like,
the
Yeah,
match.
I mean,
That one
I
wasn't
had
me.
that reaction.
Okay.
I was like, is something on fire? What's going
Yeah.
on?
I've never seen poop matches. That's awesome.
Yeah, they were great.
Have you ever been like exposed for doing a stinky poop? Because while we were in London, we were hanging out with our friend like Gav and Daniel Krupa from RKG, and we went to this like brewery place, and it was very small. And this dude goes into the toilet. No one's paying attention to him. Dude goes into the toilet, comes out. But like the way the door works is like it swung and just wafted his shit smell straight out. And the thing was, the smell became apparent as he was walking by. So it almost like caught up to him, and there was no mistaking who was responsible. He came to a dead stop in the middle of the room, turned and went, "Yes, it was me."
I mean, what else can you do?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
My man just stood there as everyone was like, it was so funny. Have you ever been caught red-handed doing a poop?
Not like that.
No.
I don't think. Yeah.
If someone's just waiting outside the door,
Yeah, they're the
I'm
asshole.
sorry, you're in the blast radius. Like,
Yeah.
you're gonna get it.
Yeah, you got to know what you're getting into.
You're in the ass
Right,
radius.
exactly.
Ass radius.
If you got to go
exactly.
that bad, like then you got to deal with
Yeah,
whatever
if you're
you got to deal with.
camping, like,
Yes.
sorry, you know.
Yeah.
God damn. All right, I'll go now. I don't know how you end that, but I just did. Let's do South Dakota.
Hey, 3 a.m. crew. This is Tyler from Sioux Falls. 2 things I wanted to talk to y'all about. First, Dan talks about cutting up steak. He just needs to come straight over South Dakota. We've got cut up steak. It's called chislic. Cut up steak, deep fry it, put some garlic salt on it. That shit rocks. Second, what's your all favorite ranch?
Love you. Bye.
Thank you, caller.
Was that a different person at the end?
Wait,
there?
yeah, who body swapped right at the end there?
Talk about code switching, huh?
My favorite ranch?
It sounded like the alien from Men in Black. Taking over his body again. Yeah.
Wait a minute. What the my favorite ranch?
Listen, I don't get the ranch thing either, and I forget the
Dressing?
first question, so maybe we should just move on.
Ranch
No,
dressing?
the alien from Men in Black was also in Dishonored.
No.
The Edgar suit guy?
Vincent D'Onofrio.
Vincent D'Onofrio, yeah.
He was he played a Kingpin in the Daredevil series. as
Yeah.
well.
Interesting.
Incredible. I was just thinking about him. He's a good guy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, good actor.
I like him. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but like when someone says, "What's your favorite ranch?" Are they asking about the sauce?
Probably.
I think they're asking about the sauce, but because like you don't assume that people have been to enough like dude ranches to have a favorite one. So I think they're asking about the sauce. Not that I have a favorite one of those either.
That's certainly not it.
Well, I'll say it. The Wingstop Ranch is the superior ranch.
All right, we'll go with that. That's
pretty
the
decent
official
range.
stance of the voicemail dump truck.
What was the first question he asked?
Oh, go to South Dakota
Steak.
and get chisless.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cut up
What-
deep fried
Cut
steak.
up steak. Yeah.
Dan is not alone in this, like not liking to have to use a knife during
not?
dinner.
What do you mean?
I've heard other people say this. Like,
Oh, yeah,
listen-
my 9-year-old. Yeah.
yeah, right. But I've heard other adults say it. I'm like, there's something so satisfying about like just cutting up your
course.
food as you eat it, and like you just get that, and you spear it, and you put in like that's satisfying. How do people not like this? I don't
Tell
know.
me more about these
You tell
other
me there's
adults.
no
who've-
knifers. Like that's
I didn't want to put him on blast, but I do believe Tim Geddes is against using knives at dinner, or he thinks it's a kind of a waste of time or a hassle, is how he described it. I believe.
What?
Tim Geddes from Kind of Funny
Yeah, I
is
know
with
who-
Dan Reichert 100% on every opinion.
All right, just get confirmation. Like we can't let this go.
Okay, I'll text him. Hang on.
No, you don't have to text them, but like
Tim takes a while to text back, so we're gonna be here a long time.
I just don't get it. Maybe just like show him the clip.
that boy
you
is
just,
busy.
you know, a clip of you explaining what he likes about or what he rather doesn't
I
like.
can understand. I kind of get it in theory, but
Not a
like,
steak,
what are you eating that really requires enough like effort that you're like, oh god, I wish I didn't have to do this.
Would you
Right.
imagine you get served a chicken parm and you're just like, I wish this was in little bites. Like what the fuck?
Parmy bites.
Bring scissors with you.
Yeah.
No, scissors are fine. That's no problem.
Okay, no. If we were at dinner and someone pulled out their own meal scissors and started cutting
That's
their
like
food
for Korean
apart,
barbecue.
I
when
would.
you do that.
All
like-
right,
Yeah, but if
Grub.
they
Just
provide
wait. Wait till December. I'm gonna bring out
Here we-
scissors.
Here we go.
Dude,
All
I
right.
think, dude, food scissors are the shit. I love that.
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm
got
not
a
like
couple
having them
looking
for sure.
scissors.
Yeah, I got a couple cool pairs in my kitchen here. You know,
Oh man, I would fuck up some chicken nugget parm though.
Yeah, that right. Nuggy parm.
sure, yeah, give me nugs, that's fine. But what are knives if not? What are scissors if not like two knives?
Sure. No, I'm not going to stop anyone from living their truth. with
Inside of
scissors.
you were 2 knives.
Yeah, the fuck are you guys
Inside
talking
each of
about?
us, 2 knives, no less than 2 knives. All right,
Okay.
this is the last
okay.
voicemail
From
of the
Tim
day.
Geddes.
Oh, he's back.
No, I honestly try my best to cut everything with my fork. Knives are a last resort. Thank you, Tim.
Knives are a last resort.
That's what he said.
Well,
right.
like, I just don't even understand when he's typing this. He's like, yeah.
I think
Fork?
he's trying to avoid them at all costs, is what he's saying. And I'm
He's
just
just
like, as soon as I get a knife at dinner, I don't even know if I'm going to need it. I'm like already holding it. Like, here we
Yeah.
fucking go. Let's go.
I just
Grub is like trying to cut his drinks with his knife. He's cutting everything.
I just get an ice cube out and start going to town.
yeah, like if I get a knife, I'm like, oh wow, precision in this meal. You know, hey, I'm gonna have exactly the size of food I want. That's a win.
Love
you know.
too.
I feel
You
like
said you
most
too?
food.
I said
you
love
too?
you too. He says I told him thank you, Tim. He says welcome, love you, and I had to say love you.
Okay.
I think that you can like cut most food without a knife though. Like just the edge
Sure.
of the
Not a
fork,
steak.
like way. I feel like you can do that with steak.
It depends on the steak cut. Like it depends.
I guess if it's like on the
there's a
rarer
reason they're
side,
called
probably.
steak knives. Like yeah,
I mean, maybe you get away with it with parm. Maybe.
sure.
You could get
I-
away with it.
I come from
Easy.
a culture where we eat most food with our hands.
Right,
And
yes.
that is what I love to do.
That's
it's so
good stuff.
satisfying. Just pick up an entire steak and rip it in half, and then
Yeah,
put it in your
you
mouth.
rip your steak. That's fine. Rip it up, baby.
Yeah,
I think that's why Dan may have enjoyed Korean barbecue so much because everything is already pre-cut.
Yeah,
A lot of
Oh.
things come pre-cut.
right.
Yeah.
They come in the bite-sized portions.
Yeah. The nice lady cuts it for you.
Yep.
I recommend people try eating more meals with their hands.
Yeah,
100%.
First time I went to an
So
Indian restaurant, and I saw
satisfying.
that. I'm like, this rules. I'm just gonna
It's
absolutely.
so much easier, man. It's
If
Try
you
your
can wash your
train food.
hands before, sure.
Oh, yes.
it feels
Yeah.
more rewarding and fulfilling when you're like eating it. Oh god, so
Yep.
good.
Okay, well, guess we'll do one more from chat, and we'll get on out of here. Yeah, just wash your hands. That's important.
Just
Oh, yeah,
do that in
yeah,
general.
Okay.
constantly.
Oh right, we already went to chat, and chat chose Meet the Hero.
Hey, dumpers. What's your meet the hero story? We always hear about don't meet your hero stories, like terrible stories. But what's your meet the hero story? For me, it's a little niche, but I remember when Japanese wrestler, wrestler in Japan, Chris Wolf, retired. She stopped to where I was living in Syracuse. When I saw her, she saw I was wearing her shirt. She screamed and ran up and hugged me. It was the sweetest thing in the world. We talked for like 10 minutes. I had a bunch of pictures with her. It's forever made me her one of our fans. And it's just the nicest story. And I want to know what are your stories meeting your heroes and how like cool it was and how it's left like impact on your life. Anyways, I love you guys. Have a good one.
Thank you, caller.
Thank you.
I was trying to do this job or one of these kinds of jobs, writing about games, and I started like volunteering at BitMob when Dan Shu started that after he left EGM, and then they kind of had a meetup in SF, and me and one of the other guys that were kind of in the community doing our like community podcast and kind of were volunteering and working with them, went out there, and Dan Shu and Crispin Boyer and all these guys were out there, and they were so nice and so kind, and that's like literally how this whole thing got started. Basically, is I happened to be there for that, and they were really nice and kind of just took us under their wing, so that was nice.
Anyone else?
I'm trying to remember. I wouldn't describe Sam Lake as my hero, but it's someone that I always respected.
He is a hero, though.
He's a hero, yeah. And I obviously like more recently I've got to hang out with him quite a lot, which is fun because he was on the tour for like Alan Wake 2 and interviews and like that kind of stuff. But yeah, when I first met him, it was for Quantum Break, where I went to Remedy, and we had like an interview. We like saw the game, etc., etc. And then many years later, I think it was around Control. We were at E3 in the main hall, the chaos of the main hall, and I was at the GameSpot booth, which it was huge back in the day, and like people used to come and sit down and watch like the interviews happening live on stage. So I was waiting for like to go on stage, and from like I was just looking out into the crowd, and it's chaos. It's like people everywhere, and then from the distance, I just hear my name being shouted, and I look, and it's Sam Lake, and he's like, "Hey, good to see you, man." I was like, "How does this dude remember me?" Like it's fucking insane.
Nice.
But like he was like so nice, and then like I think that was like we had a little conversation, and he just went on his way, and he was just like passing by and like saw me, and then remembered and came over, said hello, and then carried on. I was like, oh damn, that was cool. And then like having met him more times since, he's genuinely a nice person.
Yeah, he's
like,
actually that nice.
He's nice, and he's like very curious and loves to talk about like stuff that is cool. Legit dude.
Not necessarily the first time I met him, but it'd been a couple years after Mythbusters had ended. I visited the Tested Crew / office, and of course, it's in Adam Savage's workshop. Ran into Adam Savage, and then I was like, I'm pretty sure he would remember me. I don't know if he does remember me because I was a PA, and like just PAs were like a dime a dozen,
right?
And then like he sees me. And then he hugs me and embraces me and is like, Jan, oh my God, how's it been? Blah, 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 blah. And then he just remembered all like these little details about when I was a PA. And I was like, oh man, Adam, you really are the smartest fucking person I've met.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's great.
And then, just like, it was so cool because like the level of respect that he showed me and everything was just so warm, and it felt very genuine versus like, when you're on sets and everything or you hear horror stories about being on set, people lower on the totem pole kind of get abused or like they're treated like gophers.
Yeah, well, they deserve it. Yeah,
sure, yeah. But yeah, it was very nice that Adam welcomed me with open arms.
That is cool. I guess the only thing that comes to mind right away, I was lucky enough to interview a lot of celebrities when I was doing the CNET podcast, and I did get to spend about 90 minutes with Danny DeVito once.
Hell yeah.
And that, I don't want to call him like a hero. I obviously adore the man. But I was just not mentally prepared for like how that was all going to go. And it was fun. Don't get me wrong. I remember it was a good time, but like I just was like too wound up to really just like sit in the moment and just enjoy the thing, which I had been able to do with celebrities before. This all came together so quickly. But it was wild, and just like being around him and just seeing how he just couldn't give a fuck, and it was awesome. Like why would he care, right? Like
No, of course not. Yeah.
Right? Like he's at CES and he's just going around promoting stuff, and I somehow conned his manager into having him show up at the CNET stage in Las Vegas. It was a good time, and I was sweating because I was so caught up in the moment, and yeah, it was good. I've not brought myself to watch it since that time. It's probably been like 12 years, and I watched it right after, and I've never watched it again.
Well, I'll watch it and I'll let you know my feelings about it.
You'll see me with a full head of hair.
We'll do a film in 40s.
Film in 40s.
It don't have to be a lot more than 40, but sure, we'll do that.
Tam, did you want to tell the story of the first time you met Mike Minotti?
I don't even remember that
that's
shit.
a doozy.
He was not nice. I don't remember
No,
that.
of course,
No.
of course.
Well, he's a
not.
bad
Well,
person.
He's a big deal.
He's a bad person.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm the guy who can't play Cuphead. I was like, oh, damn.
God. We are thinking about you, Mike Minotti, wherever you are.
He's in LA. He's admitted that he's there playing Star Wars, so we could say now.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll hear about it.
Yeah, I just saw that picture of him on that weird
On the speeder. I just put that in chat, yeah.
Nice.
I've never seen someone look less cool than that. Like,
Yeah, right?
Yeah, like how could you
It's
be
incredible.
less cool?
It's actually incredible.
Oh shit. All right, that's gonna do it, folks. What a great show. What a great crew. 707 exit flu. That's the phone number. Leave us a voicemail for the solo show that's coming up next week with maybe Tam riding shotgun. Hopefully you're there. Hopefully you can join us. And I will be back in 2 weeks. And Jan, you won't be back for a while, right?
Yeah. Going to Japan, and then I'm getting shipped off to Comic-Con.
Wow.
Gonna press buttons.
They're just
Best
gonna
of
put you in a
luck.
crate and make you
it
press
just
buttons.
got announced. We're going to be at Comic-Con. We're going to have a panel there. The panel is going to be...
In an alley?
Yeah. We're each going to pitch a game that is going to be adapted to a TV show to the audience as if we're making a pitch. And it's got to have a story. It's got to have casting. It's got to have like as much detail as possible. And then we're going to let the audience decide which show is going to get greenlit.
That sounds fun.
It's gonna
And
be
it's really getting greenlit.
yeah. Did you
Wait,
not check with Stacy?
Am I?
That'd be sick.
I'm not doing this, right?
I don't think so, but
Sorry, Jan.
No. I barely know what I'm doing at Comic-Con.
yeah, I think you're doing something else at that time.
Who is going to be on the panel, Tam?
It's going to be me. It's going to be Lucy. It's going to be Emma. It's going to be Chris Hayner for now. I'm sure there will be other people added, but like who knows?
Shouts out to Chris Hayner.
Yeah. So if you see us at Comic-Con, come say hi. We're like, I feel when I go to Comic-Con, I don't know if Lucy feels the same. I feel a little bit like a fish out of water because all these are like comic and movie nerds.
Yeah.
And I like that stuff too in TV shows and that, but like, there's not enough gamers about, you know? I feel a bit
Join me at my
exposed.
back alley panel where we just talk about how much past lives has hurt us.
Oh, it'll be hosted at Wendy's.
Yeah.
Yo, the saucy nugs are so good though. Jack in the Box just started selling wings. Y'all see
What,
this?
really?
It's
Really?
messed up.
You're
That
gonna
is
say
messed
weed.
up.
It's
Well,
only
they've
a
always
couple
sold
days.
that.
It's only a couple days.
Unofficially, right?
Yeah. You just got to know who to talk to. Then.
All right, everyone. Thank you, chats. Thank you, everyone who called in. We'll do this again next week. Have a wonderful weekend. Until
What's this
then,
we?
bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thursday.